Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
Top notch. We got a amazing show for you today. That being said, I don't want to keep you from that show. I want to get right to it. We're gonna go into shooting the breeze. Do people really want better for their kids? And I also want to add, because I already asked this question.
Okay.
How beneficial are fathers to parenting?
Well, you would hope people want better for their kids, just as a overall standpoint. As a parent, you should want what's best for your kids. You should want your kids to be better than you. But from the things that you see out here, the things that people put out here, either on social media or just in everyday life, you could see this can't be better for your children. Like we were talking before the show started about it was like they couldn't be no more than three. Singing the Sexy Reds, the Usher Sexy Red song, and she just up there singing her heart out. Right. Bend it over, make that breathe. Like she knows enough that she's not gonna say the curse words in it, but she's singing the song.
But the mama made sure that the cuss word made it in, because she made an amendment. She said it.
And that's my issue, because I'm like, why would you let your child, I don't care what anybody says, my daughter will never sing that song. And if she do, I'm going to bust her butt.
And when I recognize, granted, the likelihood of our kids singing that song is minimal to none, right?
Yes.
Reason being, one, in our household, they young, so I'm not gonna subject my child to that music. I can't guarantee that when she go out to places that music won't be playing.
Yeah. But she know daddy don't play.
But yeah, she know automatically that song come on, my daughters are looking at me like, is it okay? And I'm automatically giving you that, nah. don't let them fool you.
Like, I'm just like my daughter, she has a huge piece of my heart. I want her to be the best she could be. Don't get me wrong, my son does too. But it's like daddy's little girl and stuff. It's like, I want my daughter to know that she's protected. All those things, she's loved with her clothes on. I want her to understand when you get out, you should not think less of yourself or let anybody treat you as less of yourself.
Right.
But yes, you singing these hoe songs, and that's what it is. It's a hoe song. It ain't nothing morally right about it. I don't care if you say, oh, well, it's for adults. I'm like, no, there were a lot of songs that were for adults, but these are hoe songs.
That's what that is.
That's all it is talking about how to be more of a hoe. That's it. There's no context, no anything else except you gonna be a hoe.
And this is how you do it.
That's it.
That's it.
So that's why I got issue with it, because I'm like, these little girls, don't get me wrong, young boys need to be protected and worked on and helped just like young girls. But I'm seeing more and more little girls just at younger ages. Like I've heard young little girls say, if he listens to R&B or he sings R&B, he's gay. I'm like, when the hell did me listen to R&B become gay? Like now everything's gay. They have a whole list about things being gay and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, and it's not dudes making up these lists.
That's what they saying indirectly is, if you perform these actions, you're not gonna get any of us women with hoe tendencies, and we so abundant.
Yeah.
That you might as well be gay, because you ain't gonna have no females.
Yeah.
And that's what they saying. Like they not saying that you gay because you outright agree with the lifestyle. What I'm not even gonna, or accepting or participating in the lifestyle. I'm gonna say that because I know, the LGBTQ plus, people, they don't necessarily want us to feel like we got to accept them. It's not,
Well, my thing is, I accept people for who you are.
Right.
Doesn't mean I'm cool with everything. I'm like, I accept you for doing what you want to do, and that's fine. That's cool. I ain't tripping about that. As long as you're not trying to force me to do these things and be like, oh, well, you have to let these things be done around you at your house with your family and things like that. No. I let you take. I believe you have the right to live, be happy, all those great kind of things.
And I'll even go as far as to say, if I'm in your house and those things are going on, it is up to me to distance myself and get up out of there. I got to let you do what you going to do in your home with your people. If I don't find myself aligned with them things, which I do not, I'm going to just politely, hey, if my presence isn't enough to show me that level of respect, let me just get out your space so you can have your fun, do your thing.
Exactly.
Because I ain't got no issue with you. It's all respect. Across the board. I want to go back to, you said that you feel majority of it is little girls who are being affected now.
Don't get me wrong. I know little boys are affected because a lot of these young boys are not understanding what they need to do to actually be men. And I know we've changed all the variations of what a man is and what it is to be a man. But bottom line, understanding responsibility, respect, all those different types of things, those are key essential things to being a man. So when I say respect, I know as another man, it's either going to be given or it's going to be taken. Respect. So if another man, it's always been one throughout history, throughout time, disrespect the wrong person, bad things happen.
Correct.
If you don't believe it, go back to Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was so pissed that somebody disrespected him, he cut off their heads, put silver in their mouths, and then gave it back to somebody else, just so you know how I deal with disrespect.
Right.
So my thing is, nowadays, as a man, we were supposed to respect each other. You see a lot of young boys trying the hardest to disrespect, and I think that's because there wasn't a father in home to let them know, hey, that's not what we do.
No, we don't do
You
it.
show him respect just like he should show you respect.
What I do believe a father does is a father helps their children understand their place in society. Okay. It's like when you got your father, I always said, and I'm going to stand on it just like I stood on it before. For a young man, you ain't got to go out and try to find the biggest to disrespect.
Yeah.
Like your father right here at the house, he runs everything that you deal with on a consistent basis. You don't have to find the most powerful person in reference to your life. Don't get me wrong, outside, but in your life, your father's the most powerful force that's physically present on a consistent basis. You ain't gonna show no disrespect because that disrespect will be met with whatever it takes to right the wrong. You know what I'm saying? So automatically, kids who have their father in their life, you just because you understand that, hey, if I step out of line, I could be met with extreme resistance.
Yeah.
For women, and what I really feel like women need, you can gain a man's attention, and it doesn't have to be in a sexual fashion.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be in a situation where there's a power dynamic that relates to like you are subordinate, and it's just like mutual respect just because you're a lady.
Yeah.
You know, the status. You my daughter. Hey, you get these privileges because you are who you are. It ain't got nothing to do with what you provide or what you do. Because the truth be told, you just get access to the bank account. So it's not like I don't need nothing from you. But you don't have to do anything extra and somebody gonna love you. You just know that.
Yeah.
And it's been proven statistically that fathers being in people's lives lead to far less substance abuse.
True.
And then on a social and economic level, those children tend to do better.
And It also says that 80% of people in jail are from fatherless homes.
But that's because you don't understand your place in society.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm confronted with all these hardships, and instead of seeing that example of the man showing up, hey, no, you're low on money, you need to figure out how you can work to get your bread up. You need to figure out how you can be of service, provide a value, because once you can provide a value, people will willingly pay you to exist.
Yes.
When you don't see that, and you see how typically, I'm not putting this on all single women, but it's a large percentage of single women who also would listen to Sexy Red, right? I'm just saying.
Yes.
Who utilize their femininity and their sexuality to pursue. So and as a young man, you don't have those opportunities unless you, like I said, go to the LGBTQ plus situation. But for the most part, they ultimately have to sell themselves in a fashion or do things that they would not normally do under ideal circumstances to secure funding.
But I don't know. I guess I realize I am not the average person out here. I don't do the average things.
Right.
But I always looked at it as like, you shouldn't have to lower yourself to get what you want. It's like, if I know I am to this standard, I set a standard. I don't go below my standard. It's like, even when I was single, there were certain things I did not do. I did not mess with women that were married.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm like, nah. That's where I will not
Character
go.
flaw.
There's a rule. I don't touch this. I don't touch that. Because you'll get killed real quick messing with somebody else's.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, even with young ladies, I try to teach my daughter and I teach my son, there's a standard. My daughter loves wearing dresses. And I'm like, she looks beautiful in her dresses. But I always tell her, make sure you have your dress on. Make sure you don't have your legs up. Not because it's like, oh, I'm just worried about her doing something, but I want her to understand, as a lady,
there's an etiquette to being a lady.
Yes. As a lady, these are the standards. These are the things you should know. Yes, you should cross your legs. Not because of anything you may be doing, but somebody else may not be on the same level to understand, hey, Dad, you shouldn't be trying to look up my dress, especially young little boys.
Right.
Or B, I don't have to dress provocative to grab someone's attention. Like, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It doesn't matter whether you are fully clothed or naked.
Right.
People notice beauty. But one of the issues we have nowadays is people think, oh, we have to get naked. Oh, we have to do this outrageous kind of thing to grab attention. Now that's passing down to our little daughters and girls and young boys that they're doing all this now.
But this is where the disconnect comes. We have, as a society, due to the lack thereof at certain points in history where the fathers, especially for the black community, was not in the home. We have a misconception of attention. We want to rate all attention as equal, whether it be negative attention, positive attention, sexual attention, relationship attention. Long as it's attention is good.
Yeah.
But the truth is, no, not everybody should be showing you sexual attention. They just should not be.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody should be able to think you're cute without wanting to jump in your pants right away. Like they should.
Yes.
It should just be, somebody should respect your mind and your body. But most of the time, when you present yourself out here in the world, especially in a sexy red fashion or that Suki fashion or currently in that Cardi B fashion, you give off the impression that the primary thing that you should want from me is something of a sexual nature. Don't respect my mind. Think about how much backlash Cardi B got a couple years ago when she started speaking in a political realm.
Oh yeah.
The reason she received such flack, the reason she received such like, nah, what are you doing? Is because she was stepping outside and showing, no, I am intelligent and I can speak on these issues because I live this. I do. I'm not a one trick pony. I'm not just my body. I am my mind.
And that's the thing you should show in the beginning, that I'm not just one thing, that I'm a encompass of many facets. I'm multifaceted. But what ends up happening is you push that one thing out so much, nobody knows you for nothing other than that.
That's all they expect. You do. The worst thing you can be is living up to someone else's expectations.
Yeah.
Because everyone else's expectations is a concentrated form.
And I know somebody may give me flack about this, but it is what it is. Like when Sexy Red's video came, her sex tape came out and all that stuff. And she was like, oh, I didn't leak it. Oh, I'm more than just that. You trying to hold yourself up here now. And I'm like, but nothing else you've ever put out
catalog
has said anything other than, hey, I'm this type of person, this type of lady. These are the things I want. This is how you going to get me. This is what I'm going to do for you. All these inappropriate, ignorant things. So now you're like, oh, but you should still hold me at this standard. Like, if you've been down in the dumps and the trash for so long, why would I hold you up here with all the nice, shiny, precious treasures?
It was this one interview that I saw with Sexy Red, and I think it might have been with Marco. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but they asked her, what's the most romantic thing someone has done for you? And she stated, oh, he robbed somebody for me and gave me the money. Granted, now, I just feel like when she said that, it illuminated this idea in my head. Like, I was like, now I see where she comes from. The people who got and was providing for her were these caliber of people. And she learned to see the value in it. It's like, it's no different than the kid who grew up in the ghetto and you look up to the drug dealer. Because he got the nice cars, he got the fancy stuff. He the one see you outside the store. He might, give you a couple dollars. Or in my case, when it came to, some people on drugs, but when we went to their house on Halloween, he give you a whole box of pizza.
Okay.
I'm like, that definitely beat candy for me that year. But, but you begin to look at these people like, man, yeah, they really doing. So I can see how she has grown this attachment and this allegiance to that type of lifestyle, those type of people, because from her lens, those are the people who assisted her along the way.
But when we say those things, you're forgetting the next generation, because one of the things come out is everybody going to say, oh, well, they're grown. They can do what they want. You do realize that children are very impressionable. Mm-hmm. And the children that are impressionable see these things. Like, if you go on social media, because it's out there now. It came out, I think, at the very beginning of this year in January. And we ain't even that far into January.
Really not.
And my issue is, it's not just the one lady kid singing it. They got all the little girls in the group singing it.
And they acting like it's funny.
And it's cool. And funny, somebody's recording this.
Right.
I guarantee there wasn't a father in the room. I guarantee it, because I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and let my daughter or my daughter's friend degrade themselves. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm like, I look at my co-host as my brother. Right. If I saw your little daughter over there singing a song, I'm going to bust a little butt and be like, tell your daddy I did it. I'm telling him that I did it. Hopefully he bust your butt when you get home too.
That's finna happen.
It's like, no, this is not how you should act, because you are worth way more than this.
Right.
And people are going to perceive you
as less than. I couldn't have said it no better. Do people know the difference between a trophy and a treasure? And this is speaking to relationships. So
yes. So the reason I brought this up, I was listening to another podcast. I gotta figure out their name, but
Understand. We do that.
The podcast, yes. The podcast was talking about trophies, meaning each year a team goes out, everybody's trying to win the trophy. Everybody's out here trying to win. When you win, you get your trophy. You happy with your trophy. Next year, somebody else can win that same trophy, kind of things. Versus, and those are the people whether it's men or women.
Right.
Oh, the finest woman, the finest man, the freakiest woman, the freakiest man, all those kind of things.
Conquest.
Those are those conquests, those trophies out there. Then you have your treasure. Treasures are something that you covet. Like my wife, I covet my wife. I'm like, no, there are certain things that I'm like, oh, them out there, they do that. Okay, that's cool. That may be cute sometimes. Do I want my wife to do that? No. Why? Because that's my treasure. And I'm going to treat her like she's priceless.
Right.
Because I know she's worth way more than all this out there. All that stuff out there means nothing. For example, I hear a lot of ladies come out and say, oh, well, guys seem to be liking all these hoes and stuff like that. Oh, these women doing all these things, showing all their body and everything. How many of them women are actually getting to what they want? The goal, oh, I'm married. I'm in a stable, healthy relationship. This is where I want to be.
And that question there, that's where the problem lies. There are all girls out here who, when you ask them, oh, what do you want to do in the future? Oh, I want to be a mom. Okay, so what about being a wife? And be like, oh, no, then I can't get money from the government. And I'm not saying that in a way to be like, oh, you trying to come? No, I'm not coming down. I'm telling you this because I was relayed this information from another woman who spoke about the child. Like, this is what they say direct. This ain't me coming up with something off the top of my head. This is an actual situation.
Yes.
So when we start diving deep into that, it's like there's a disconnect. That's the problem. Is you don't understand the value system. You don't see the value in having a husband. You don't see the value in having people who care about your well-being outside of what you can do for them physically in the moment. It's beyond that. I care about you holistically. How are you mentally, spiritually, physically? And right now, I'm sounding real simpish right now. Let me stop.
But I'm being nothing realistic. Wrong with being okay. One of the issues we come out with is people keep calling simping as just being a person of
a quality person.
Yes, I want to be a good person. I want to be a good man to my woman. Right. Am I a good man to everybody out here? No, because I don't care about everybody else. But my woman, yes. I want her to know that she could depend on me, that she could trust me, that she loves me, that I love her, that I will die for her, I will fight for her, I will kill for her.
Right.
But I'm like, am I gonna go out there and the hoe down the street or the person at the corner and all that? No, I give two craps.
And that right there is a perfect illustration of the difference between the trophy and the treasure. I got little league trophies and all kinds of stuff. I put that on the fireplace. They sit, they collect dust. I get tired of looking at them. I think I found a picture of something that looked better. I go put that up there. Or I go win another accolade and I go get that. Boom. Yeah. But the things that I treasure, just like a pirate, I'll go bury it deep. I'll put it off somewhere where nobody can see this.
That's mine.
That's mine.
I ain't got to worry.
I'm so like driven by that and so enamored with that one particular person. It's not a trophy. Does one thing. It reminds you of a moment when you won. Yeah. And you really cherish the memory that's associated with it. It's just a symbol. Yeah. It's a symbol of a time where you won. You don't value the trophy, you value what it symbolizes. Yeah. When you get a wife, you value the person. Yeah. Because you understand it's going to be trillions of... I know when I'm with you, I'm going to make great memories. I don't have to figure that out. Yeah. I'm going to make great memories. if you get lucky enough and you get married and you're gonna make great people. A lot of accolades are gonna be attached to your name. A lot of respect is gonna come to your name based on the person that you decide to share this lifelong journey with.
Strength, legacy, all these kind of
all
things.
that come with it.
And it's just, I want people to understand, when somebody truly values you, I value you with your clothes on as well as them off. If, as a man, when I was younger, I was like, yeah, if she ain't giving up the draws, we ain't talking.
But that was conquest talk. That was trophy talk.
Exactly. Then when I got married, I'm like, all the things I want to do, house, car, kids, things like that, I want to make sure they're taken care of in every way. I will get my last, I will die in a heartbeat for my family, because it's like, this is precious, this is priceless, this is my treasure. So it's like, yes, for any of them, without question, without thought, I will give my life for them. Period, because that's my treasure. Now, if you want to be a trophy, yeah, you may get little things and think that's cool and cute and stuff. But when you become somebody's treasure, you're just like, there's nowhere they won't go. I'm like, when it comes to buying things, I always buy things for my family way more than I buy things for myself.
Yeah. But that's the thing. For a guy, when you, as a youth, when I'm dealing with like trophies and conquests, I want to show it off. Oh, you knocked her off? You hit that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking to her? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in position to show this off, right?
Yeah.
With my wife, I ain't got to do all that. And I'm not saying that she don't deserve all that.
Yeah.
What I am saying is this. The quality of my life, it automatically shows you the value of my lifestyle. And she's an intrinsic portion, like a sizable portion of my lifestyle. So if I'm happy, she's contributing to that happiness. If I'm content, she's contributing to that contentment.
Agreed.
If I think about a vacation,
yes,
I'm thinking about, me and my wife going on that vacation.
Yeah. What can we do?
Where can we go? Where can I take her to show her something new, to help her see this or do that? I'm thinking about those things. When it was just the girl I was knocking off, it's like, I'm finna go on spring break. I don't even care if she out there. I prefer she stay away.
I've already said my rule. When I was young and I'm out here chasing, like I'm chasing them trophies, I'm not gonna bring sand to the beach.
Not doing that.
So if I got a girl over here, you not coming, because there's girls over here. But now, when I'm married and stuff, I'm like, hey, baby, where you want to go? What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Because I'm like, I'm bringing my jewels, I'm bringing my diamonds, I'm bringing those precious metals.
You want people to see. No, when I show up, it's a high level of respect that you gonna receive if you in a quality situation with a quality person.
Yeah,
it's those connections. It's almost a level of prestige. Yeah. When I walk into the room and you see who I'm dealing with as far as my wife, and you see how my kids living, and you see that's a status symbol that there's not an occupation in the world that can give that to you. There's nothing nobody can provide to make me be like, I'm more important because I did that for you as opposed to this for them.
Yeah.
Like, it means nothing. Like, I don't see the significance. I'm telling you, there'll be somebody eventually that cures a couple forms of cancer. Mm-hmm. And when you talk to them, they're gonna be like, I'm just happy for my family and all this. And, they always look it back like, no, I'm a family man, like my kids and all them, living that legacy, leaving my last name on the cure lets you know that this family produced that. I'm an advocate for put what Birdman said on the Breakfast Club. Hey,
put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on the name.
Now you gotta say it right. Respect.
Respect on my name.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Understood. But you gotta put that respect on it because of all the things that we've accomplished, and then and I gotta pick the perfect partner. If somebody, it's like a space game. That's the best. It's like a space game. If you got a person across the table that you got to talk across the board to win, then y'all ain't really in sync. Y'all ain't really spade players like that.
Yeah.
You wanna?
True.
I'm picking this person out of all the people out here because I know when I'm in here making moves, they already know full well what move I'm making and why I'm making it. And on top of that, I'm guaranteed not just to win this time, but majority of the time, if me and that person linked up on the same board, which in this case, life is that board, we gonna win.
So, a little bit off subject, but on subject. So, played spades game with his wife and one of their friends. I told them before they even started, if me and my moms get together, it's over. It's done.
It's done.
They talked all that trash. And I was like, you want to talk that trash? Put some money on it. So, they put money on it. Needless to say, they got dusted badly.
Understood.
And even to this day, it's like, I'm still going to dangle it over your head a little bit because I'm like, we were in sync. Like,
you can't.
I didn't have to say nothing.
I don't have to say. They know my moves. They know how I move. They know that anything I'm putting on this table is for the betterment of us as a team. The fees you talking to always. If you got a female who got to question you all the time, she looking at herself as a trophy.
Yeah,
because she like, okay, well, he won. Do he want to win another one of me, or is he happy with just me?
Yeah.
And I guarantee majority of the time, especially in my youth, it ain't got nothing to do with trying to keep you around. I don't care about you being on the mantelpiece. I'm just looking for a bigger trophy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gold can be small. Trophies need to be big. All right. We're going to jump into You Won't Believe This. And You Won't Believe This is brought to you by...
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out Wasted Desires. Yanni like mine, Traces like mine. You could go wasteddesires.com. They have waist beads, anklets, bracelets, thigh chains, all of those things that make your body glitter and shine.
Exceptional.
Then you have Traces like mine. This is hair care products for a black woman by a black woman. Actually helping out everyone. She has men's shampoos, conditioners, actually oils that actually will help out your hair grow and shine. And she has things for women too. You know, women always say that they don't have things in store for them. This is a woman doing it for you. And then Yanni like mine. Ladies, if you do not know what your Yanni is, please look it up. Please. It does not clean itself. Also, I have to shout out to the, Arlington Elite Wolves. My wife and a few of her friends actually have a track team. You can go on Arlington Elite Wolves I think it's com, and you could find them on there. Sign up for the track team. They're doing all different types of sporting events. Check them out. Shout out to Nate Price, Grit and Grind. Mm-hmm. No, he is a fitness guru that I'm definitely trying to be more like because I'm trying to get ready for Jamaica in the summer.
Understood. You gotta do it big. You gotta get ready for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna shout out Tyler Bailey Luxury Clothes by Luxury Guy. I'm gonna shout out my clothing line, The Nines. If you want to see that, it's the Nines.printify.me. Right now, we got that Kobe hoodie on there. We also got some shirts that are uniquely my designs, and it's all about advancement and elevating and being on the next level, but also it's about dropping information down to the people who, didn't necessarily, get to the levels of success, and they looking at you as the way. Like, nah, let me drop you some jewels. You can do it yourself. So it's about self-improvement. It's about being on the next level.
We definitely are going to push that out a lot more.
Yeah, definitely. Without question. My cousin Mike, he does State of Being right now. He is in a revamping stage. So he told me, hey, stop promoting it as heavy. I can't do that. I got to show love. But what I'm going to say is he said close to the end of the year or closer, he going to come back. And he said he going to come back stronger than ever. Really giving and speaking his mind. So shout out that D-Mac. He's a barber. outside of that, the people I really care, you know a lot about. I mean, a whole lot about outside of the nines, because that's also us. But us, something, the number 4, DA people. If you on YouTube, type podcast right at the end of that. That's going to minimize those search results and bring us up a whole lot quicker. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. If you wish to leave a rating, 5 stars is our ideal. If you have to, for some odd reason, or feel compelled to leave anything less than 5 stars, talk to me first. Talk to me first. Then if we can't reconcile that difference, whatever it might be, if we ain't said nothing that you feel brought value to your life, what I would prefer you do, just go find yourself another podcast to watch. And after you decide that, oh, what I'm watching ain't what I was watching, and you felt better on this side, come right on back, because we know you will. And give us that 5-star review that we need, that we've been asked. Because what that 5-star review does for us, it helps us get our message out to far more people. And it helps the algorithm understand, hey, they some quality guys. They ain't simping. They just trying to tell you real life-based events that took place with them and giving you that experience. You know,
keep it 100 with you.
And we ain't trying to sugarcoat. We ain't putting nothing on it. It is what it is. This is what men do. This is what men think. This is how a family runs with a man. This is how dysfunction goes when you don't have men around. That's what we do. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Also, before we go on, I actually forgot one more person. We have to give a special shout out to Brittany Bossing Up. Empower You. She is actually out there doing things for the youth. She is a counselor. She helps a lot of young folk. She has wrote 2 books. On the last episode, she was on there letting us know she is actually doing a podcast that we will be on too.
Come check it
and
out.
she will be on our podcast in the future too.
Yeah. So cool. Definitely. I'm glad you brought us up.
Yeah. I forgot for a second there. I was like,
hey, you know what I'm saying? Because when you show love, you give out quality product. We got to push out the quality products to the people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, Brittany, Empower You, done deal. All right. We're going to jump into it. You won't believe this. Woman at Walmart breaks up with her boyfriend for not buying her groceries after only 2 to 3 days. So 2 to 3 days of dating.
And the reason I bring some of these things up is because I'm like, is this the world we're living in now, or are we just pushing this out here? Because I'm like, no way in the world should you think, if we've only been dating 2 to 3 days, that I should be buying your groceries for your kids.
Right.
I should be doing any kind of thing other than trying to get to know you.
Right.
Like, we've only been dating 2 to 3 days. Oh, I should be paying for your groceries. For what?
What's the significance in that?
I'm like, I should be getting to know you. You should be getting to know me. You shouldn't have even met my kids, and I shouldn't have met yours in 2 to 3 days.
No.
I'm like, even if, let's say me and my wife broke up, there's no way in hell I'm going to bring any woman around my kids in that amount of time. You wouldn't even see them in the first probably 3 months.
But what's taking place is when you have a society that wants to downplay the importance of marriage, because marriage is what assists us in providing that level of security financially, physically, emotionally. Because at that point, you on this journey with me, and I know you on this journey with me because you were able to commit to me on that level, on that stage. But when you got people talking about, I don't see the benefit in marriage, when you got people talking about, oh, you know, that's a losing situation for a man and or a woman to get married, then they still want those perks, but they want to get it on a basic level. But I'm trying to explain to them that this is an advance.
That's a big issue because everybody wants these benefits and perks that you shouldn't get from the regular.
You shouldn't get that.
Like, I'm not just like back in the day, getting sex from girls. You weren't just getting it. You had to work for that.
You gotta work for it.
You were working for it. Now it's giving out like is food stamps, and everybody's like,
And I feel so, in a way, in my youth, I didn't feel sorry for the girls who tried to keep it together for long. I didn't feel in any type of way because the thing about it. But now, as I've grown older, I understand it. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? They trying to keep up with the market. They understand that.
Yeah,
hey,
they know their marketplace value.
Yeah, supply and demand. The supply is super high. The demand is relatively low. It's not meeting. So I don't have to do all that extra stuff I used to do because it's you trying to make it hard for me, but she making it easy. But I guarantee you, it's some women out there who hold strong to their standard, and majority of them end up with a husband and not a dude that they need to beg to pay for their food.
Standards get you what
days.
you want.
Yeah.
I was telling a lot of people, and I was talking to you about it, discipline. Like holding your standards, your discipline, making sure that you do and you don't do certain things. I'm a man of my word. If I said that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. If I said no, then that's what the hell I meant was no. But we come into this era in time, I don't know why we can't, how we got here, where it's like, oh, well, just to be in my presence, you should pay.
You got to pay me. Cash at me $200 to talk to me.
I'm like, oh, to pay, just to talk to you, I got to pay you. Then when I meet you, I got to pay for you. Then I got to keep up your lifestyle standards, all those kind of things. I heard on there they were talking about, oh, hair $200, nails $200, and all that each month. And I'm like, I'm not giving you no.
This and
that's what you do for your wife.
This is what they would say. They'd be like, "Oh, well, you just if you broke, just say it." But I'm like, it's not I'm broke. It's just I'm fixed looking at a broken situation.
Yeah.
You telling me that you gotta get your nail done to come see me? Nah, you really don't. Yeah. I mean, you do that because the first thing a woman will tell you is I do this for me. I don't do this dressing up for you. Yeah. Granted, we all know that you are dressing up in efforts to attract me. It is what it is. No disrespect to it. I appreciate the situation. You should appreciate the situation too. But everybody got to come to the situation whole. Women want a man to come to the situation with the title, the status, the car, the home. You want everything built up on my end, right?
Yeah.
But then you turn right back around and you don't hold yourself to them same standards. You come back and tell me, well, you built all the way up, so you should be paying for my nails so that I can have my nails done when you come see me or when I come see you. Well, no. I didn't tell you to go and do the board meetings. I didn't tell you to go and do the preparation at my job. I didn't tell you to do anything to prepare me to be the ideal guy for you.
Yeah.
I did all that work, and building of the man you get before you get to the altar is the work of that man.
You know, one of the things that, and I didn't like this song, that song, Statistics by Life Jennings.
Oh, I love it.
But where he was, one thing I do agree with what he said, don't be a nickel out here looking for a dime.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying by that, and I'll say this about men because I know some people think, oh, we just talk about women. As a man, if you're not on your square, if you're not doing what the hell you need to do, you broke as hell, you staying with your parents or friends, staying on the couch. I understand if you are young, trying to get it together, get your stuff together.
Right.
I understand all that. But you can't be out here talking about you are this and that. I don't use the words high value because I'm just me. I don't think I'm high value. I don't think I'm none of that. I know I'm me. And I know I'm greatness, so I don't care.
What I'm saying is you got to provide the value, right? Not everybody going to see your value. Some people don't see the potential in a young man going to college trying to make his way through. They just don't see it. They prefer the value in the dope boy because it's readily accessible. When I want money, he go sell dope, put his life online, he come bring me the money, easy money.
Yeah, but easy money ain't always good money.
The thing about it is, a woman like that, I would, even if I was a dope dealer, I would be like, you have to be the furthest thing from my mind. I don't want nothing to do with you because what she just said was, for my happiness, you would be willing to sacrifice yourself and put yourself in harm's way unnecessarily, because there's a job everywhere. There's alternative ways where you can go get money and come home consistently.
You know, one of the number one things, if you've ever watched the show Power and everything, the number one thing that messed Ghost up, the woman he got with.
Yeah.
Because of the fact of the matter that she saw the flashiness, she saw the lights and glamorous things. He was trying to get out. She kept trying to pull him back.
He was trying to get out and had a sustainable way to be out, but it wouldn't be as luxurious as it was or as dangerous as entertaining. It was just gonna be, I'm a club promoter, soon to be politician, whatever it may be. I'm in that space.
Yeah.
And I don't do with the drug dealing, the killing, and none of that. And she was like, no, this is how we've been making it. But I'm like, what she's essentially telling you is, no, I'd rather see you locked up, dead, or in jail as long as I look good while you there.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as she had to start going to jail and being locked up, things start looking a little different. Like, hold up, wait. When she started incurring the consequences of her lifestyle, like,
yeah.
oh, man, what?
Kids started passing away and stuff. I'm like, God dang.
When it started getting real to her, she like, I don't know no more.
This wasn't what you wanted. Now all of a sudden,
but long as you was the one who as long as you was bleeding and she was succeeding, she cared nothing about it. Yeah. No. Oh, they shot at you last night, but did you get the money though? Oh, they came to the club and threatened to take your life, but did they pay you though? Did they get the money though? I'm like, I want nothing to do with a woman like that. If she don't care about me as a human being and me like living and being out free and being productive in that manner, don't tell me about trap queen. You ain't a queen to me. You a peasant. Stop.
And that's one thing I never understood. There's a difference between a queen. A queen uplifts a king that is going to push him to be successful.
Yeah, do good for his people.
Now, if you are that person out there that all you want to do is take, maybe you should call yourself something else. A succubus?
Yeah. A user?
Yeah.
A pessimistic relationship?
And just call it the truth.
Just call it what it is.
Like, if you say, hey, this is what it is, this is what I'm about, and this is what I want. I give you this, you gonna give me that. At least you know what the transaction is.
I'm like, I just feel like if you're going to be a dope boy and you ran across a woman who had that mindset, bro, go overpay for prostitutes.
Yeah.
Just go and be like, oh, it's 50 for that? All right, here go 100. Like,
it costs you less in the long run.
Costs you less because at the end of the day, you get exactly what you want. Or in fact, you might be a luxury type dope dealer. Get you an escort, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, you look good on my arm. I'll show you off. I'll knock you off. And then I send you right back. Somebody else can rent you for the night. Because that's essentially what you're doing. Because the second you get locked up or your homeboy knock your girl up, then you back at square one anyway.
True.
You can't re-up for some odd reason. She gonna find something new.
Yeah.
So don't put yourself in that position. Leave her be. Go be with somebody else. Call it a day. All right. New York mom fired after donating her. What? This is, you won't believe. Okay, this is the real. You won't believe this.
Yeah. So because when I first saw this, I thought it was one of those fake things that they try to push out there, but it's not really true. You can actually look this up.
So let's tell them what they can look. This is what you can look up. New York mom fired after donating her kidney to help her boss. The woman name is Debbie Stevenson, 47, mother of 2, fired after she gave a kidney to her boss.
So this is crazy. And I'm like, man, this is that definition that ain't no love out here. Like, golly, I gave you a kidney and I get fired. But you know why and when they fired her?
After the kidney was in.
When she was recovering from giving the kidney, That's when they fired her. You can look this up. I'm like, wow.
Fired in recovery?
Like, well, not in recovery. You know how after you've had surgery and all that stuff, you have to stay off your feet for a little while.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when they fired her. I'm like, wow.
That's a whole
so
level.
I give my boss a kidney, which is crazy. And yes, most of us out here like, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna give my boss a kidney. That's a whole. If I give you a kidney, we family. Like you. What I mean by if we not family, we better be looked at as family.
They better be like, when I see them, I see you, I see them.
I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to give my boss, because most of the time you don't even like your boss.
Even
If I'm cool with my boss.
What I'm on is you can't get a kidney from me because you have the ability to fire me. And I know that sound bad. You might be on dialysis and I could be the life-saving cure, but the fact that you are able to terminate and take food from my kid's mouth puts you in a predicament. You see, that's why I don't. Your boss is going to hang out at parties and clubs and all that with you. I'd be like, wait, nah, has to be some distance, okay?
Yeah.
Because I know that they don't want the boss fraternizing with the worker because of the whole quid pro quo and all that situation.
Yeah.
On top of that,
but bruh, if I
don't
give you,
want
I know this sounds so bad, but I'm sorry if I'm a single guy and I give my boss as a woman a kidney. Yeah, there's some quid pro quo happening. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna just randomly just be like, oh,
but I'm like,
kidney.
you can't promote, like, after the kidney, you put yourself in a position, you can't promote me, because they're going to be like, only reason you got the promotion because you gave her a kidney. I'd be like, but you're going to negate all the work that she probably put in, because the kidney, and rightfully so, the kidney supersedes all that. Like, I saved your life. Forget the company. The company going to be here whether you here or not. I saved you. So, yeah. Ideally, you're going to try to put that person in the, highest position.
But let's be real, that should always be that trump card. I know you shouldn't do it for a trump card. You should do it out of goodness of your heart. But I'm like, really? Push come to shove, I gave you a kidney.
Okay.
I should be able to throw that card out at any point in time and you be like, you right.
You're right. You're right.
Go and help you out. Oh, you need that?
Yeah, here you go.
Go ahead.
Because without it, I think dialysis like 5 years typically on dialysis. You out here, and that's if you're doing it good.
Yeah, but hell, some people don't even do dialysis right. They be over here missing appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
If you ever look at somebody and their skin start turning, like their whole body start turning yellow and stuff, that's because they have to go to the dialysis appointment.
Yeah,
and I've learned that from people that are actually have been on dialysis. Mm-hmm. It's like because your blood starts getting poisonous to you after so long.
Yeah.
And you have to go get your blood clean or you die.
Yeah.
Unless you get that kidney. That's what your kidneys are for. And apparently, from what the doctor on that one episode said, kidney like around 1.5 mil. So all I'm saying is...
I feel like, give me 1.5 mil and you can fire me then. You gave me a 1.5 mil, fam. But I'm not giving you the kidney even at 1.5 mil. Like I said, I'm not here to sell my body parts. I'm not here to give you any additional powers that you know. Because there's no way that you as a boss get my kidney and I lose my job and I don't feel some type of way.
I'm not going to lie. You may lose your life messing with me on that.
Guaranteed.
Like, you fired? Hold up. I gave you a kidney, and as I'm recovering, y'all fire me.
I'm terminated?
We got to go and get you taken care of.
But no, I'm sorry you can't have that kidney. Just like I can't go to the bar and have a drink with you, you ain't going to be able to have a drink and clean your blood with my kidney. That's me being there with you, in my opinion. So no, I'm not giving you that.
But that also leads me to think this is a cold-hearted world we live in,
bro.
Like when we just I know human beings can be cold, but I'm like certain things you would have thought, nah, we don't do that. We ain't gonna do that one. It's like, nah, bro, you should have this much honor standards. But honor and standards went way the hell out the window. It's like nobody got. Well, we ain't gonna say nobody has standards because you're looking at somebody with standards. But I'm saying, as a society, our standards are trash. You know, they said that you could end homeless with $30 billion. But we've sent over 100 billion.
Multiple trillions.
Like, look at it like this. We just with Ukraine.
Just Ukraine, okay.
Ukraine, we've sent over $100 billion. But we could end all homeless
in America.
With 30 billion.
Yeah.
You see how trash that is? Like, if you think about that right now, 30 billion. So we've sent over 100. That's more than 3 times as much we've sent over to another nation that has nothing to do with our action.
And let's be, because I have an issue with the Ukraine situation because Ukraine was warned. We told them you need to do this in order to be secure. They said that no, we do not. So, and I'm not trying to knock any person from Ukraine. It's all love on this side. This is more politicians, okay?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if we gave you the secret formula to stay clear and stay protected, and you chose not to, now you want me to pay for the treatment. It's just like if you went out there and I told you, bruh, don't go knock her down because she got chlamydia. Mm-hmm. And you like, bro, I ain't got. I'd be like, okay, look, if you want to go over there and mess with her, wear this rubber. You should be fine. Yeah. And you like, oh man, I ain't had one in the moment. And you come back with chlamydia, don't call me.
Man, take me to the doctor.
No.
Nah, bro. Figure it out.
Have her walk. Yeah. Because I'm not going to inconvenience myself when I gave you the answer.
But see, that's us as a society. We're becoming real, like, callous and
finicky.
Like, I'm like, well, why are we doing these things? Like, we could help people, but we don't help the people we should help. We'll help people that over there. I'm like, okay, don't get me wrong. I believe everybody needs help at some point in time. Mm-hmm. But when people right next to you need help, why the hell am I going to go way over to another country?
You want to see what I be feeling like happening with the United States, and I'm going to go back to the topic at hand, but what I be feeling like having with the United States is for so long we were a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? We've been on top for a long time. So eventually, you know, it's just like a bodybuilder. You out here lifting and something pop one day and you just ain't able to do the curls right, but you still giving people information as far as how to better they lift and keep their form right.
Okay.
So then you start to decline because you can't even get your reps in properly no more. So instead of stopping and going to the doctor just for yourself, you stay in the gym because you feel like, oh, they need to see me so they can see that I'm powerful so that I can get them this information. But sometimes you need to stop and help yourself. So just like you said, hey, I'm sitting up here and all these people hungry in my part of the world, and I could fix all that with 30 billion. Yeah, I'm gonna send 100 billion over here and take up refugees and do all. No. At a certain point, let me focus on just America first. Before I deal with international policies, I just want to know. I want America to be in their best state. Going back to it, the kidney with that woman. Yeah. I could give this boss this kidney and really change their life.
Yeah.
However, I don't want to be sitting around here overworking one kidney because I gave that other one to you, and I understand due to our circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the stat, like if I had a whole nother job and you just a person I knew from a job long ago, there's a higher probability of you getting a kidney from me. Then if, like I said, I'm still employed by you.
Mm-hmm. My current job.
And you my current boss, and I gave you a kidney. Because I can guarantee you, there's no way I'm not gonna feel some type of way with the moves you make. If I'm recuperating, you know why I'm not at work. You walking around with the reason in your body.
I'm just saying, that's cold hearted.
That's I.
Man,
I'm like, bro, come on now. We gotta stop.
Cool,
but it's cool.
Like, golly, you like I need my kidney, but I gave my kidney to you, and now you gonna terminate do me wrong.
Think about it this way: it's been going on, but just not on that like that level of scale.
Yeah,
a dude give you all his attention, a woman give you her body. Everybody giving something and not getting much back in return, and that's just the American way now. You give all your money, and you talking about you go to a restaurant, a fine dining establishment, and granted the food tastes lovely, but your service was piss poor. But I still need to give you a tip based on that.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to taking pride in your job and just doing your job, and I give from my heart. Now, if I don't give you a certain amount of money, you feel like, oh, that's a trash tipper.
Hell, a lot of times now they hit you with the gratuity on your stuff. I'm like,
but it's like, as a employer, it should be your job to provide for the people who work for you. And you going to be like, well, we got to drive the prices on the menu up. If you got to drive the prices on the menu up, understood. Because it's already up. It's just an illusion. Like, you want me to be like, oh, I chose for it to go up. No. Just put the price on it, because it's a certain price that I can pay to make sure that the bus boy, the chef, and the bartender, everybody get their equal pay. Yeah. I know it's a way. When you got them running out making X number of dollars based on what I felt like I should give them, or what most of the time, which is the social norm, what I felt impelled, like I was compelled to give this to you. I had no choice. Because if I don't, then your perception of me is less than. And then you want to tie that to the people.
True.
But the truth is, all these servers out here who talk trash about the people who come into the restaurant, when the real villain, the smoke and mirrors, is your boss.
Yeah.
They sitting up there, and I guarantee you they ain't missing no pennies on their check. While you go and you give what you perceive as immaculate service, but I have you know that personally, I feel like in the service industry, especially restaurants, the quality of service has diminished greatly. Therefore, you do not deserve what the people of just pre-COVID deserve, because they really put in work. And I know this because I've experienced this. Regardless. That person who sits in there and they the ones who issuing your check or hired you, is their obligation to ensure that the people who provide the product that they provide are compensated.
Yeah. And
it is
quality service.
Quality service. You produce quality service. They don't just serve food. They serve food, atmosphere, and quality employees. And as an employer, you're supposed to pay for all that. And if you got to drive your prices up a little bit to give people who sit at your dining establishment that.
I'm going to say this one last thing, then I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. Has anybody ever noticed whenever you do anything now, like if you buy anything, you go to McDonald's, you go to Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn, all these other places. Now everything do you want to add a tip on it?
Right.
No. Everything's do you want to add a tip? I'm like, bruh, like, I was paying for the food.
I'm just like, at a certain point, you squeeze so much out of the middle class, because the wealthy gonna be like, no. And the lower class gonna be like, no, because they just can't do it for real. And the middle class, because they don't want to be perceived as what the middle class is. Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm. But I ain't fit the reason, and I'm trying to get more. And because I'm trying to get more, I ain't giving you no more.
Yeah.
I paid you for a burger. Here's the money for the burger. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to a fine dining establishment, because the standard currently is that I do leave a tip, I do leave a tip.
Correct.
In the past, I tipped generously. You know what I'm saying? The meal is this. I'm tipping in the cost of the meal above the cost of the meal sometimes. But I guarantee you now, because like I said, I'm a person who just I've been going to these restaurants. I just haven't seen the quality of service. No, if I do tip, it'll be 15 and below.
Yeah.
I'm not going above and beyond no more because you don't go above
Subway. Well, ask you, do you want a tip? If you use your card, Subway. First of all, I'm paying for a sandwich. You making my sandwich. So you sitting here telling me I should tip you for making my sandwich?
On that note.
Yeah.
Because that's just, like I'm saying, it's just ridiculous. On that note, this has been another episode of Sub for the People.
Y'all be easy.
Hold it down.